Okay, black pieces again, but this time we got d4. Let's go f5. Get our setup going. So he actually plays knight here, which I would say is a good move because, you know, at least he can play f4 himself, right? If he doesn't bring the knight in immediately, then he can't play that move. We definitely don't want to take, because of course we would get immediately attacked. We have a moment to exchange bishops here, which we're definitely going to take. Probably rook over. We're thinking about g5. Not quite yet. And I do want to take, but again, not quite yet. Rook g6 is a funny looking move because it threatens nothing. And after knight takes e5, the rook would just be hanging. But we can't take this yet. So I think he actually has to just go straight back. But yeah, I had a feeling he probably wasn't about to do that. It's just hanging now. Now, I could take, but I don't like the knight coming into e5 again, so I'm actually going to take this way, cover that square permanently, and give myself an open g-file. I think this is the way to go. Queen h5. If rook g4, there might be rook takes f5. Something to be scared of. Check. Bring the other guy over. Let's go here to stop queen f7 check so that I can move my rook. I think there are a lot of simple ways to trade a queen here, but clearly I'm committed. An open file is more than I deserve. How did I get so lucky? Good game, good game. Jeez, I can't get the white pieces here. But we're playing the Stonewall from Black's perspective. No problem, no problem. Gotta stop e4. Oh. It's the Germans. All they want to do is play f4 as well. Again, c5, a very common move. Really big fan of bishop to h5. Wow, someone else just got a platinum membership. What the hell? We're selling right now. There we go. Exclamation mark premium. We have two decent ways to take here. And then bring our knight in. I'll take with the bishop, because my goal is to leave him with that bishop against one of my knights. And wow, cannot believe he took that way. What? Very interesting. No F takes, eh? Okay. I definitely don't want to take this way and allow that to open up. So I gotta take like this. I need this knight to go somewhere decent. Where can I put it? Let's just go here. I don't know about allowing knight c5. That's totally playable, right? Rook a7, rook there. It's weird. Now the knight will go to d3. We can play c5. Everything starts to look good. The Stonewall strikes again. I mean, he's playing it too. Yeah, I figured he was going to go there. I don't really want to take. I think this is the kind of position where we just slot this guy in here. Rook a1, we just go rook b8. And it's like, okay, you can have the a file, but you're not really going to be able to do anything with it. And I'm going to go c5 next. Or maybe queen b4, not sure. In this case, I think definitely c5. Queen c6 is a move here. queen c6 or queen b5. Make a threat against that b6 pawn. Hello, chicken pants. Hello, salty. Never missing a Stonewall class. h6 and tucking the king is also a nice use of time. I'm gonna go here. Not sure if we want to go like rook c6 or queen c6 or queen b5. He can always defend this pawn very easily, so. d4 becoming more and more tempting. But I think I should hold strong here. The reason I'm doing this and this, first of all, it's nice that if I get checked, I don't have to go this way. But it means that when I do things like rook here, I can basically give up the 8th rank. I don't need to watch over it. There, we'll take. Queen takes b6 next. Without the queen on c2, there's no rook b1. So now he's in real trouble. I think he may actually play that move. I'll solidify that. There's no way he can take it now. Looks pretty sturdy. Knight takes was an idea, but queen takes... this pawn's still defended, so... let's push, let's push. We just keep going. Yeah, I think this is hit here. Remember, we can't do the mate just yet. We gotta make sure we take and then do it. Yeah. Again, I'm just steamrolling somebody with pawns. It feels like that's been the theme of every single game so far. All right, we finally got the white pieces here. Suppose c3 just to watch for that. We'll castle. That move is a little surprising. Okay, h3 needed. I think we need to put the queen off the e-file. But the other thing that's tempting is the move d5, actually. I'm gonna keep it simple and go here. Not really a threat, but it still might be his intention. Bishop here, rook over. Yeah, and this move we want, because now all of a sudden that e5 square opens up again. We don't mind trading that. Knight e5, baby, let's go. How I've missed you. How I have missed you. Knight on e5. I'll take the tempo. h4, h5 now. F takes was strong. Now we're gonna start thinking about running the h pawn. And the good thing is, even positionally, we're in a good spot. Like if these bishops trade and the queens trade, even that resulting position is still good for me. Okay, there's definitely some bishop takes f5 energy here. We just need to harness it properly. You know, as many moves as there are here, the nastiest may just be to move the bishop back. It's like the most straightforward. Because he can't, like he's crumbling here. He's falling apart. But I think any and all of this, and this work. Like I'm sure all those moves are playable. Maybe this one the least. But let's keep it real simple. Just go back. I think he's I don't think he has nice choices here. Let's go queen d3. Next move g4. We just, I mean, it's not at the end of the world if I take here, but we want to avoid it if possible. We'll double the rooks. I assume he might do the same. Ooh, he takes. But now the pawn takes. Here, queen takes h5. Here. Check. It's not really a problem. We have king h2 and should be fine, but my instinct is definitely not to let him even take it. It is fine for me. Completely fine. But I do like me some queen f3. I do like me some assurance, you know? I get to enjoy the position a little bit more here, I think. This looks nasty. he goes this way, then e6 just wins. At least he had to try this so that e6 wasn't possible because of rook f6, but now this is over. Once again, the pawns, it's really been the theme today. No matter who I'm playing, what color we are, the pawns are just stomping on people, giving them that Draymond Green treatment. Let's go here. We're creeping in slowly. This is like the, you know, the KO finish, but this, we're just creeping on in. Just getting in there. This is gonna be in Zugzwang soon or something. There's nothing he can do. Well, you thought I was going there? You thought. You thought. It's really, really enjoyable. We can do whatever we want. Just the freedom. Watching them squirm, watching them suffer. GG. Pawn storm again. That's what always seems to happen. But this was clinical once we got him to play d5. Very good sign for us. f5, asking for it with knight e5. And then just knowing how to attack here. Like I said, here there are lots of good moves. All these moves look so strong, but this is like simple and good, just nice and basic. And taking is really bad. He wants to just sit here. You know, try to do nothing. And we have the white pieces. Okay, a quick bishop b7 means that we need to play f4, knight f3 because I can't move my bishop without that pawn hanging, so. Looks like he's going to be doing this. What setup do we want to have against that? I already mentioned a few times, you know, if they're preventing you from putting your knight in on e5, they're probably not controlling e4, so, you know, e4, e5 is very often the idea. But let's wait with that and do this. E4 is coming. Okay, interesting move. Let's keep the bishop for now. But now some tempi. Probably e5. Let's finish activating the pieces. Okay, e5. Yeah, that's right. Very much a hippo. Knight d5. We gotta watch out for this guy. Queen g3. G3, but I don't like opening that diagonal, so yeah, Queen g3 comes to mind. Looking at g4 here. G4, almost no matter what he does. This rook I kind of wish was on d1. It's a bit of a nicer place for it. That move is particularly bad because it actually, I was going to play g4 anyway, but now it traps the knight, so now it's just good. He goes there. Let's remember this knight's still trapped. Takes. Maybe he wants to take back like that. Just want to make sure we know what we're doing next. What are we doing after we take it? Because this bishop on b7, I mean, it is gonna get pretty active. Rook h8. Kind of a funny looking move. I have a feeling he might play this, which would be remarkably funny. Damn, he moved the king. Just would have been funny to see him mated like that. I think it was very likely. This is pretty bad for black, though. I mean, obviously down a piece already, but just with rook g1 coming. I don't like that bishop on b7. It's actually really bothersome. Wow. Chad move. It's very annoying. Gonna have to play h4. So many things to be careful of here. My goodness. My goodness. It's a very strong looking move. Man. That move's strong, buddy. That move is hella strong, fam. Queen f4 would be certainly helpful. Like I was saying, that bishop's annoying. Yes, sir. It's the strongest piece on the board. It's no doubt about that. Breaking the pin to take the queen. That's 1850. Gotta give, is he gonna get a brilliancy? Unfortunately, he probably won't. It's like... There's actually a bunch of decent moves. I should have maybe played queen g2, which was very similar. If rook there, I was thinking he checks and goes back. I did this, which is not a bad move, but unfortunately... The difference between queen g5 and queen f8 is about even. Like, it's nothing. So he's not even going to get a brilliancy for it. I thought it was a sweet move. But it's all about that bishop. So dang strong. Nice move. 1850. We'll take it. All right, we got the white pieces now. D4. And we see this. So this for example, 6 wicket, if you're watching, you were asking me, do I see, you know, the reverse one? Well, I mean, this is a pretty good example right here, right? It may happen. There you go. Stop knight to b4. Let's play the Stonewall a little bit better than him. He doesn't have c6. We're getting our bishop out here. Probably want to throw the knight in. Knight here looks fair game. Here, I'm just not sure about that move. To be honest, I'm not sure about that move anyway. Let's take. Get rid of our bishop, and the one thing about this move is that I think he's actually going to have a hard time making an attack work here. And I'm going to attempt to prove that right now. So this knight is going to block like h5, h4. It's also hitting this, which means he can't really play e5. Okay. I think we can boot that knight out, or that rook out, with bishop e2. Very aggressive. Takes an e5. Okay, it's looking like king to h1 is the vibe here. So here, takes whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take back. Queen check, king h1. Looks surprisingly safe. I mean, there's bishop takes f4, but queen f3 will force a queen trade. So yeah, I think we'll just go back. Surprisingly, we're like a little bit safe here. There we go. Probably want to take this. Well, that's a move and a half. There's no way he's sitting here in this position, like, unironically. Surely this is a resignation. He's really sitting here like he meant to do it. Nothing. Maybe he's waiting for me to take the material and then he's going to immediately resign. No. All planned. All part of the plan. King d8, king e8. Okay. Respect. Respect. Oh. All right, I'm gonna cut the king off and then attempt to push my h-pawn. Oh. Well. Oh, now it's over. Without that bishop, damn it. There was still a chance for black. Without that bishop, rats. It's over now. That's what I'm saying. All right, we got the white pieces. Yes, familiar, familiar. No, knight e4, we're covering it. c5 always gets met with c3, even though the plan is to take back that way. He goes c4, and better believe we're looking at e4. And we just gotta make it work. Both of these moves look pretty good. Let's stick to the script here. I like this one next. I like this one. Anytime they play c4, the move e4 immediately becomes pretty tempting. Let's keep our bishop. I like the guy. I like it a lot more than I like free material. I'm looking to get some mates in here. Rook f2 could be useful. He's probably about to do that. I see this move in his future. Ooh, I don't know about that move. Okay, we have a few bishop moves that look nice. Moves the knight. I was thinking we could try this. Queen e4, queen g4. Always tough to say. Let's go here. Queen looks very, very good. All right. Take, I presume. Bishop here and bishop to d7 kind of looks tempting. I like the look of this. The Stonewall definitely worked out nicely. We got him to play c4. I think that's the main thing. Let's go here. We should be able to get this next. So he has knight d1, but we have e6 with check. I think it's worth it. We should end up a pawn. He's got a bunch of weaknesses that he's paying for now. Okay. Bishop's got to go somewhere. D5 makes sense because he gains some time. You can try to trap the knight here, but ultimately it's going to have a way out no matter what, so I don't think there's any point trying to force that. So maybe just this. Nice and simple, stopping those two moves, which hit the pawn. Now knight d3 is the only way out. We can save this bishop. That's a big threat, actually. Like, where does this knight go now? Not too clear how it escapes. It can, but he's gonna need to think about that. King here is gonna trap the knight. Knight here, bishop c1. So he's gotta find a solution right now. That's the solution, because here and here is going to be played. Can we prevent that at all? Can we prevent it? I mean, it's winning even if he does do it. He has some squares, but still winning for us. But it feels better to prevent it if we can. We just can't really play bishop c1, you know? It's not really a move we can do. And trading, I don't think helps out our cause. King e2. We'll play along. Maybe we just leave him be. Bring our king. I think that's the way. I think that's the way. I mean, this knight is still kind of trapped in there, so c4 is the only move. No matter where he goes, we take it, and we should win this pawn and win the game as a result. Notice all our pawns on light squares. When you're advancing 2 pawns, you want your bishop controlling one color and your pawns controlling the other color. So for example, a very bad move would be to play c5 and then d6. Then he could just put his king on a light square and I couldn't touch it. So we're gonna play c5 and then c6 and then d6 and then d7. And that way our bishop is always controlling the other color. That way we're able to march up the board nicely. It was becoming too sadistic for him. He had to pull the plug. Now, we played a lot of very interesting, very good moves this game. My opponent did as well. But I want to draw your attention to the most important move of the entire game. King f7. Now, of course, we want to go take these pawns. Okay. King f7 and not king f6. You know, just because, hey, I want to take away your square. Right here, I see that he's boxed in. He can't go this way. So his only way out is like that. Okay, so we take the square away. Now, if he had played this move, he would be ready to go here. That's a reasonable attempt. Which is why we played this move. If his king was there, he would be forced to go back. And then we would take this pawn and return to g6. So we're always covering this square, which means he's stuck in these 3 squares here. Play this move to cover that, and that way we can push the pawn, and then we cover that square with our pawn, and then that's how we can leave him there. Just nothing else matters. Stonewall, nothing else matters except that move right there. That was what this game was all about. Next time you play the Dania subs, you'll be armed with some new ammunition that will surely help you get the win. Yeah, this move, this is like a very common, I'll call it a blunder. Like, c4 is a really, really wrong move. It's never really supposed to be played. I move my bishop back and I just play e4. Because this is now solid. I would not want to play e4 ever in this structure. Let's imagine. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible move. Let's say takes. This is already completely wrong. The best we can get is like an isolated pawn here. This is not what we want at all. So never ever play e4 when the pawn's on c5. But once they play c4, it's totally different. Now e4, this pawn structure is solid. He doesn't have c5 to take. So playing c4 enables me to just take over the whole center for no reason, basically. So e4 is very strong. All right, we got the white pieces once more. Time for e3, and he's quickly gone bishop f5. Credit to him. Credit to him. All right. I have to think here. How do we want to do this? Let's pop our knight in first. I think I'm going to take this because I can prevent him from using this square. That's a very useful move for me, right? That's the structure I wanted anyway. This is exactly another situation where maybe e4 would be a good move. He's got a pawn on c6. Ideally, I want this. But I don't really want to let him play knight to e4. So I'm trying to find a way to avoid that, because this is very desirable. Of course, we could also play e4, but I'm going for a different plan. Yeah, g4, g5 we wouldn't want to do unless someone's castled. Remember, there's an open h file towards our kings. It's a little bit scary. Knight g4, knight f3, cover this and cover that. And this move is the one we want to do next anyways. Knight g4, we would go h3. Here, I'm definitely looking at takes. I'm also looking at this. Bishop g6, but nothing there. Bishop takes, king there, rook f7. I just don't see the KO. It's good, but it's not game over or anything. So let's go here. e4 is just a good move. I mean, it's doubled pawns that we have. Let's just get it out of the way so we can open up this bishop. Speaking of opening up that bishop, this looks like a pretty good job defending this. Maybe some tricks down there. Bishop g3 next. And we have this move coming up. This opens up our bishop, which of course we want. Now there's very tempting stuff on that side of the board. There's just doubling the rooks on the f pawn. A lot of very tempting moves right now. Which one are we going to go for? Even bishop e2 is sort of tempting. I'm looking at this. I don't see any threats over here, and I'm trying to prevent him from castling if I can. Well, either way. That's right. We want to maybe do moves like that, but I was feeling like castling was going to happen. Now he plays there. Of course this pawn is hanging, but if I'm being honest with you guys, what move does he not want to see? He doesn't want to see this. That's the move he doesn't want to see. I can promise you. Let's double the rooks. I mean, a5. We can bring the queen in here. We have bishop b5 as well. It's going to be some nasty moves against this king here. So really asking for it. Knight takes, bishop b5 check is a good move to throw in. But at this point, it's not surprising that we have a good position because we have every piece working, right? Literally every single piece is doing something. And it's all pointed in the same direction. So this is one of those positions where you can just imagine there's going to be some kind of tactic soon, right? It just has to exist. There's already like free pawns and stuff, but let's try to maximize the pressure. I don't really want to take that. How is he still breathing here? How is he still breathing here? Maybe this one? Or this one, actually. Can he even take it back? It's kind of weird. I actually don't think he can recapture it. This isn't a pretty permanent pin, so maybe take these ones. Just run the a-pawn. Should be good enough. Of course. Of course. No words. No actual moves. Just pre-moves. Put him in a box. I mean, that's the dream. When you're playing an endgame and you can pre-move. You get something like this. It's like, yeah, absolutely. You could take here and then like force win this pawn and then go promote a pawn and checkmate him. But if you know you can pre-move, I mean, it's so much more efficient to take this knowing you've got that king in like a box of 5 squares to use. 4 squares. We are potentially a game away, depending on our pairings, from 1900. Jamie Guzman. All right. Well, let's do it. He was happy to play that move, let me tell you. Now, if I play this and this, there's going to be e4, you know, shoved down my throat. I'm going to play this because I actually want him to play that. So just by playing this move, I might be able to beat this. Because I'm trying to use that square, right? And it's very difficult. Very difficult to use. It looks like he's sticking to his guns. That pawn ain't moving, boy. Okay, we activated our bishop. He does play this. It's going to cost him his bishop, which is kind of, I guess, why I didn't think he would do it. Interesting. Okay, we'll definitely take with the F pawn, no doubt about that. And yeah. We're gonna have weak pawns, but he's gonna have weak light squares. If he takes. He's not forced to. He's not forced at all. Interesting move. I don't think it's good. Takes. I don't think it works for him. Yeah, f3 was pretty brutal by him. Knight b3, bishop back. And I will probably play a6. Okay, well, he's just gonna go there. We'll just take it. I don't really get that move at all. He's just giving up material to give up material. It's like, what was that for again? Like, what did that actually get him that he didn't have previously? What did that do for him? I don't really know. Actually, here, queen b6 is maybe quite strong. There's no way you can trade queens. Doesn't make any sense. So he's going to keep it on the board. Get the queen in there. You think so, pandas? Is it going to be like that? Well, maybe it'll be a flag. You never know. Maybe another draw. Maybe a loss. As they say, anything is possible. That move I don't like. Do not like that. It is just a pawn, but it's an annoying move to deal with. And by some hilarity, this rook is trapped. Pretty good move, I have to say. Like, it's probably the one you want to give up. Takes e2. I think it gets the job done, but barely. Probably a good move. Now, there's no threats right now, which is important to remember, and keep repeating to yourself so that you believe it. Ouch. It's a little mean. It was a little mean, queen d4. Well, queen d4 maybe is the obvious move because you don't play bishop d4 unless you see it, but bishop d4 hurts. Wow, look at you. You made it, didn't you? To the end of another Stonewall episode. Well, congratulations. And if you're watching and enjoying, but you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that button right now. Also, click that bell to turn on post notifications so you never miss another video. See you in the next episode.